Hi, this is Ashok Shala, Assistant Professor of Chemistry from Kakatiya Government College, the Government Degree College, Hanamkonda, Warangal, Urban District. Now, in this session, in this session, we will discuss about the carbanion 1. This is the BSc third year chemistry common core syllabus in the fourth unit, carbanion 1. Now, let us see what we will discuss in this case. In this case, we will discuss the first one is the carbanion. The second one, we can say that acidity of alpha hydrogen. Now let us see the first one, the carbanion. What is carbanion? In this carbanion, what we will discuss is what is carbanion, how does it is formed, what is the structure of the carbanion, and what is the what is the stability of the carbanion, and what are the different types of reactions that is undergone by the carbanion. Let us see what is carbanion. A carbanion is an anion in which carbon is trivalent, forms 3 bonds and bears a formal negative charge in at least one significant resonance form. Absent pi delocalization, carbanions assume a trigonal, pyramidal, or bent or a linear geometry when the carbanionic carbon is bound to 3, example methyl carbanion, which is a pyramidal in shape, 2 phenyl anion, which is a bent shape, and 1 acetylide anion, which is a linear geometry, and a substance respectively. Formally, a carbanion is a conjugate base of a carbon acid. So this is, you see, this one is the alkane, and when a strong base is used, the hydrogen is abstracted by the base and will result in the formation of a carbanion. Now let us see the other one, where B stands for the base. Carbanions have a concentration of electron density at the negatively charged carbon, which in most cases react efficiently with a variety of electrophiles of varying strength, including carbonyl groups, halogenating reagent, example N-bromosuccinamide and diiodine, and a proton donors. A carbanion is one of the several reactive intermediates in organic chemistry. In organ synthesis, organolithium reagents and Grignard reagents are commonly used, commonly regarded as carbanions. This is a convenient approximation, although these species are almost always multinuclear clusters containing polar covalent bonds rather than true carbanions. Now let us see structure of the carbanion. Hybridization of negatively charged carbanion is sp3 hybridization. That is, the negatively charged carbon in carbanion is undergo sp3 hybridization, and you know that with this sp3 hybridization, 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed, and among these 4 sp3 orbitals are formed. Among the 4, 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals used for making sigma bonds with 3 alkyl groups or with 3 hydrogens, or based depending on the nature. The 4th orbital is completely filled with lone pair of electron and remains unused. This orbital makes the carbon atom electron rich and gives it a negative charge. Hence, carbanion will easily combine with any species which can accept a pair of electrons. Carbanion has a pyramidal structure similar to that ammonia, and you can observe carbanion and ammonia are isoelectronic species. This you can observe. This is this sp3 hybridized, 4 hybrid orbitals are formed. Because this, you know, sp3 hybridization, and there is a tetrahedral shape, but a lone pair of electron is occupied in the pi orbital, that is sp3 hybrid orbital. Therefore the shape is pyramidal, similar to the what you say ammonia. See, this is one, and it is this is, or these are both are interconvertible, and this is said to be the pyramidal shape. Then what we discussed, that is carbanion carbon is sp3 hybridized, and the structure of the carbanion is sp3. Structure of the carbanion is pyramidal in shape like ammonia. Now let us see how does the carbanion is formed. It is a group of atoms in which carbon carries a negatively charged. It is formed during the heterocyclic fission of a covalent bond. And you know the fission is two types, homolytic fission and heterolytic fission. In case of homolytic fission, the bond is cleaved homolytically, and each atom will be withdraws its own electron from the bonding. Whereas in heterolytic fission, the bond is cleaved and the bonded electron pair is attracted by or retained by a single atom, and other will be loose in the form of positively charged one. And acetylene, the carbon hydrogen bond fission takes place heterolytically with the formation of the carbanion. This is what is going to be the carbanion, and the H plus is removed. Now let us see how does a carbanion is found from aldehyde. Similarly, the carbon-hydrogen bond fission in the methyl part of acetaldehyde takes place in the presence of a base giving carbanion. And you remember, the adjacent carbon to the carbonyl carbon is alpha carbon. The hydrogens present on the alpha carbon has some acidic in nature, and they can be removed by using a base, and so that we'll get a carbanion of what is aldehyde or any carbonyl compound. Now let us see this one. The most general method of forming carbanions is by treating an organic compound with a strong Lewis base. Then an atom or a group, generally hydrogen from carbon, is removed, leaving its bonded electron pair on the carbon. This you can observe. It is an electron withdrawing group. Alpha carbon having hydrogen. This is a base. There must be one more electron here. And here, this will be abstract the this proton from this one, then you will get a carbanion, and this what is the base neutralization. The commonly used bases along their relative strengths are alkoxide, hydride, and other one is the amines. In this way, these are the that is amines. These are the different bases that can be used in the process of the formation of the absorption of proton to give the carbanion. Now let us see this one. In aliphatic compounds, carbanions are found from compounds having at least one hydrogen atom on a carbon adjacent to negative group, like NO2. Here it must be NO2, and this is CO, carbonyl carbon, and cyanide, etc. See, this is the case. In this case, this is a carbonyl carbon. It is an acetone. This is a alpha carbon having hydrogen, and when it is treated with a base, will result in the formation of what is carbanion. It is a nitrile, it is cyanide, is an electron withdrawing group, and it is acidic in nature by hydrogens on the alpha carbon. And when alkoxide is used, it results in the formation of the carbanion. And you see, this is the NO2 group here. This is the same, this one and this NO2 group. Adjacent to the NO2 group, the carbon having hydrogen, alpha hydrogen also having what is acidic nature because it is an electron withdrawing group. When amide is used, the proton is abstracted and results in the formation of the carbanion. And this is acetylene, and here this hydrogen, this acetylenic hydrogens are behaves like a acidic protons when treated with this amide ion, and acetylide anion is formed. Now see this one. Other one is said to be the formation of carbanion in the case of the aromatic compounds of the type triphenyl methane form carbanions very easily in the presence of a base. See, this is what is triphenyl methane, and when it is used a base, we will get a triphenyl methyl carbanion is formed. Carbanions are named. How they are named? Carbanions are named after the parent alkyl group and adding the word a carbanion. For example, if it is a methyl, say methyl carbanion. If it is a ethyl, ethyl carbanion. If it is a propyl, propyl carbanion. Similarly here, it is a phenyl, it is a triphenyl methyl carbanion. Now this is what is the naming of the carbanion. Now how does they are classified? on the basis of the negative charge carried by a primary or a secondary or a tertiary carbon, the carbanions are said to be primary carbanion, secondary carbanion, and tertiary carbanion. Here it is degrees, we have to remember, here it is degrees. And here this you can see, this is a primary carbanion. Why? Because the negatively charged carbon is bonded to a single carbon, whereas it is two carbons or two alkyl groups, secondary carbanion. This is three carbon, that's why it is a tertiary carbanion. That is primary, secondary, and tertiary, depending on the number of carbons or alkyl group attached to the negatively charged the carbon. Now let us see what are the relative stabilities of the carbanion. The relative stabilities of alkyl carbanions are related to the number of alkyl groups directly bonded to the negatively charged carbon atom. And these alkyl groups destabilizes the carbanions by intensifying the negative charge on the central carbon atom by releasing the electron towards it by positive inductive effect. Thus, tertiary carbanions are the least stable because the methyl group or alkyl group push the electron towards the center, the carbanion carbon, so that it more intensifies, it increases the electron density on the carbanion carbon, and by using positive inductive effect, thus its stability decreases with increasing the alkyl group around the carbon atom. And you see, while methyl carbanion is the most stable, the overall order of the stability of the carbanions is in this order. See, this is the methyl carbanion. There is no that is alkyl group and absence of positive inductive effect. Whereas here one alkyl group shows positive inductive effect. These bonded electrons are pulled towards this one, so that already it is having negative charge, and bonded electrons are pushed towards this carbon. That's why it is less stable when compared to here. Here you can observe there are two carbons or two alkyl groups. They pushes the electrons towards the bond electron toward the carbanion carbon. Therefore, the stability of the secondary carbanion is more less than the primary. And you go for the tertiary, it is finally three alkyl groups or three carbon atom which pushes the carbon bonded electron toward the central atom, so that the stability of the carbanion is further destabilized. That's why among the carbanions, methyl carbanion is more stable and tertiary carbanion is least stable. If you see in the case of the uh, uh, carbanions, and the carbanions are stabilized by the electron withdrawing groups, that is they exert negative inductive effect. That means they share the burden on the negative charge from the carbanion carbon bonded with a negatively charged carbon. You see here there is a negative charge and this is a positive charge. Therefore, what happens? Some of the that is charge, that is the bonded this bonded electron pairs are attracted more towards the nitrogen because it is a positive charge one. That's why what happens? This electron density is somewhat decreased. That's why the groups that can exert negative inductive effect increases the stability of the carbanion. The group that exert positive inductive effect will decreases the stability of the carbanion. Now, any factor that tend to spread out the negative charge of the electron-rich carbon atom and distribute it over the rest of the ion must stabilize a carbanion. Thus, a carbanions are stabilized by the resonance effect through the dispersal of the negative charge. More is the dispersal of the negative charge, more will be the stability of the carbanion. More will be the carbanion. See this one, alkyl carbanion, benzyl carbanion. See in the case of the alkyl carbanion, this is an allyl carbanion where the negative charge is shifted from carbon to between this carbon. Simultaneously, the pi bond electron shifted to here. Therefore, the negative charge is distributed among these three positions. And because of that, distribution is more. That's why this is more stable when compared to the normal carbanion. In the case of the benzyl carbanion, you can see the benzyl here, it is a negative charge. It will be shifted or shared to between the carbon and benzene ring, so that the same time the pi bond electron is shifted to here, it is negative charge. And like this, you can have the negative charge at this position and at this position and finally here. So that how many positions the negative charge is shared? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's why you can say this is benzyl carbanion more stable than the alkyl carbanion, because there are 4 atoms that can be shared, that can be shared this negative charge, and dispersal of the negative charge among the number of atoms is more in the case of the benzyl carbanion. And other one, thus the stability of aromatic carbanions increases with the number of phenyl groups bonded to the negatively charged carbon atom. For example, you see this one, since you see this one, this is said to be the triphenyl methyl carbanion, diphenyl methyl carbanion, and this is phenyl carbanion, methyl carbanion. And what happens here? In this case, just now we discussed that there are 3 positions among the benzene, a phenyl ring. Here 3 plus 3, 6 positions. Here 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 positions that can share the negative. That's why this is triphenyl methyl carbanion is more stable diphenyl methyl carbanion, and it is more stable than the methyl carbanion. Since the relative electronegativity of the carbon atom is decided, okay, this is one, and the state of hybridization, an increase in the S character hybridized state of the carbon atom stabilizes the anion. This is resonance effect. This is going to be the hybridization effect. That is, more is S character, more will be the stability of the carbanion. For example, if you see the acetylide carbanion, it is sp hybridized 50% S character. That's why it is more stable than ethylene carbanion, which has sp2 hybridization, in which it is 33% of S character, whereas here 25% of S character. That's why the acetylide carbanion is more stable than the ethylene carbanion. It is more stable than the ethane carbanion. Now let us see the other one is the stability of the carbanion is greatly increased by aromatization. How does it will be? You can observe this. For example, cyclopentadienyl ion, an aromatic species, is unusually stable. How does you can see this? You can observe this one. This is a cyclopentadienyl anion. What happens? It shares its negative charge to this between the 2 bonds, and this will be shared to here, and finally it will be shared to here, and you will get a resonance hybrid of these 2 resonance forms. And this is aromatic because it fulfills the aromatic 4n plus 2 pi electron rule, and that's why this anion is also more stable. And another one, the relative order of the different carbanions usually follows the order given below. What are these orders? See, this is acetylide carbanion. That is, you remember, this has 50% S character. That is, it is more stable than the triphenyl methyl carbanion and diphenyl methyl carbanion, and it is said to be the phenyl carbanion. And it is stable then allyl carbanion. Just now we discussed the resonance forms of this one, and this is phenyl carbanion. This is going to be the ethylene carbanion. This is going to be the isopropyl carbanion. This is tertiary butyl carbanion. And you see, this is positive inductive effect. This is also positive inductive effect. That is, these are least stable. Now let us see the other one is said to be the relative order of the different carbanions usually follows this order. Just now we discussed this one, and here again. Now, carbanions are electron rich as they have a lone pair of electrons on the negatively charged carbon atom, and because of this, carbanions are acts as Lewis bases in their reactions. They seek a proton or some other positive center to which they can donate their unshared electron pair to neutralize their negative charge. Organic reagents such as carbanions, which in their reactions seek a proton or somewhere positive center, are called nucleophiles because the nucleus is positive part of the atom. That is, still now we discussed about the what is stability of the carbanions. Now we will discuss about the reactions of these carbanions. In this case, we see this one. See, this is a reaction. This is a carbanion, and it seeks a positive charge, and so that elimination takes place. it undergo neutralization. In these reactions, the carbanion acts as a Lewis base. Now let us see Lewis acid, and this is a Lewis acid, this is a Lewis acid, this is a Lewis base. The proton is transferred from here to here, that's why it can be. And in the case of carbon-carbon bond formation takes place in this case, where here you see the bond is split here, there is a carbon-carbon bond takes place. This is also a carbon. Here also a carbon like this, and that is removed. Now let us see this one. Therefore, carbons often acts as nucleophiles and when reacts with electrophilic species. And see this some reactions. This is said to be the sodium acetylide. This is said to be the alkyl halide. When sodium acetylide is treated with this one, see this acetylide, sodium acetylide, when treated with the alkyl halide, there is a addition of this alkyl group to the acetylenic carbon. And see another reaction. This is a ethyl, sodium ethyl. Then it is treated with this alkyl halide. You will get a addition of this alkyl group to this one. That is when it is used in making the carbon-carbon bond. And this, this is a Grignard reagent. And when it is treated with this water, this is called hydrolysis. See, the methyl carbanion takes this proton from the water and it is formed in the form of enanthate. Now let us see other one. The most useful reaction, you can see of carbanions are acyl addition and substitution reaction that are often used in making carbon-carbon bonds in the organic synthesis. Let us see the best example for this one is the aldol condensation. What is this aldol condensation? The aldehydes which contain alpha hydrogen in presence of a base gives beta hydroxy butanaldehydes or beta hydroxyaldehydes. They contain both aldehyde group and OH. That's why it's called aldol. That's why it is called aldol. 3-hydroxybutanol is formed. What is the mechanism of this reaction? That is in presence of a base. I told you already. These protons adjacent to the carbonyl carbon is acidic in nature. They absorb they loses the proton to the bases, so that you will get a carbanion. Here it is a negative charge. And this negatively charged carbanion adds to the carbonyl carbon of other molecule. At the same time, the pi bonded electron is shifted to this oxygen, so that you negative charge, and you will get an intermediate which undergo abstraction of the proton, and you will get beta hydroxybutanaldehyde or 3-hydroxybutanol. Now let us see with this what I meant to say. With this we discussed about the carbanion, what is carbanion, how does it is formed, what is the structure of the carbanion, then what is the stability of the carbanion, and what are the reactions that undergone by the carbanions we discussed. Then our next topic is the acidity of alpha hydrogen. What is the acidity of the alpha hydrogen? This is another topic in our BSc third year common core syllabus in carbanions topic. Alkyl hydrogen atoms bonded to a carbon atom in a alpha position relative to the carbonyl carbon displays unusual acidity, while the pK value for alkyl carbon hydrogens is typically on the order of 40 to 50. pK values for these alpha hydrogens is more on the order of 19-20. This can most easily be explained by resonance stabilization of the product of carbanion, as illustrated in the diagram. See this one. Normal carbon hydrogen pK value is 40 to 50, whereas the alpha hydrogen adjacent to the carbon is 9 to 20. And this indicates that it is more acidic than the normal alkyl carbon hydrogen bond. So whenever it is a base, it abstract because the pK value is 19, 20, 19, between 19 to 20, and it is more acidic. That's why it is abstracted by the base, and therefore a carbanion is formed. And here this carbanion, now what happens? It undergoes some resonance. The negative charge is shifted to between this carbon. At the same time, the oxygen, that is pi bond, is shifted to this oxygen. Therefore, you get here negative charge. And this anion, when this anion takes the proton, again you will get the ketone or aldehyde similar to this one. And here, whenever this get the proton, you will get an enol form. This shows more acidic also. Now let us see the other one. In the presence of a proton source, the product can either revert back into the starting ketone or aldehyde, or can form a new product, the enol. The equilibrium reaction between the ketone or aldehyde and the enol form is commonly referred to as a keto-enol tautomerism. The ketone or aldehyde is generally strongly favored in this reaction. Let us see this one. Because carbonyl groups are sp2 hybridized, the carbon and oxygen both have the unhybridized p orbitals which can overlap to form the carbon oxygen pi bond. And see, this is the case. See, it is having a pi bond, it is having a pi orbital, p orbital, pure p orbital, it is also having a pure p orbital. That's why there is overlap takes place to form a carbon oxygen, that is pi bond. Let's see this. The presence of these overlapping p orbitals gives alpha hydrogens on the carbon adjacent to the carbonyls. Special properties that gives the special properties to the alpha hydrogen. In particular, alpha hydrogens are weakly acidic because the conjugate base called an enolate is stabilized through the conjugation with the pi orbitals of the carbonyl. The effect of carbonyl is seen when comparing the pKa for the alpha hydrogens of aldehydes. It is around 16 to 18. In the case of the ketone, it is 19 to 21. And in the case of the esters, it is 23 to 25. So the pKa value of alkane is nearly 50. That means the aldehyde, the alpha hydrogen in aldehyde is more acidic than the ketones, and it is more acidic in esters and to the alkanes. And you know that more is the pK value, less is the acidic nature. See, of the two resonance structures of the enolate ion, the one with places the negative charge on the oxygen is the most stable. This because the negative charge will be better stabilized by the greater electronegativity of the oxygen. And see, this is a carbanion. See, this will be when a base is formed, it abstract the proton. There will be a proton must be there. Abstract the proton, and that will give a negative charge, and this will be shifted, and so that this one, and there will be some resonance forms. See, when compared to this and this, the negative charge when present on the oxygen is more stable because oxygen is more electronegative than the carbon. That's why the enolate form is more stabilized. These two are interconvertible, and this is what is called as the enolate ion. And the relative acidity of alpha hydrogen, how that relative acidity will be there. Now, see, this relative acidity, if you observe, the acidity of alpha hydrogens varies by carbonyl functional group, as shown in the table below. That is, evaluating the stability of the conjugate bases can explain the differences in the relative acidity of the alpha hydrogen. See this table. The ionizable proton for each compound is bonded to an sp3 bonded carbon atom. You can observe the diagram. This is what is the ethyl carbanion, whose pK value is near about 50. And here the carbonyl, it is going to be the 26. And here another This is ester carbonyl carbon. This is ketone carbonyl carbon is 20, whereas this is aldehyde carbonyl carbanion is 17. Its pKa value, that is alpha hydrogen. And whereas in both sides, one side is a ketone group, another side is ester group, it is going to be 11 because two carbonyl carbons are there, and this group is flanked between these two carbonyl carbons. The acidity is further increased, and see on both sides, and here this also same, and this and 9. This is said to be the ester group, this is said to be the both side is ketone groups. That's why the it is further the acidity of the alpha hydrogen is acidity of the alpha hydrogen is more. And finally, if you observe both sides, if it is aldehyde groups, the more it is more acidic, where its pKa value is 6. That means depending on the carbonyl carbon adjacent to the alpha hydrogens, the acidic nature of the different alpha hydrogens will be in this order. Now let us see the other one. In organic chemistry, keto-enol tautomerism refers to a chemical equilibrium between a keto form or a ketone or an aldehyde and an enol, an alcohol form. The keto and enol forms are said to be tautomers of each other. The interconversion of two forms involves the movement of an alpha hydrogen atom and the reorganization of bonding electron. Hence, this isomerism is called as tautomerism. This is another topic in our this one, keto-enol tautomerism in carbonyl compound. That is, it is what I meant to say. This is some extension to the what is said to be the previously what we discussed is this one, alpha hydrogens only. Okay. Now let us see the other one is a compound containing a carbonyl group is normally in rapid equilibrium with the enol tautomer, which contain a pair of doubly bonded carbon atoms adjacent to the hydroxyl group like C double bond COH, so that there is a migration or a rapid change between this one, proton changes. Let us see this one. The keto form predominates at equilibrium for most ketones. Nonetheless, the enol form is important for some reactions. The deprotonated intermediate in the interconversion of the two forms referred to as an enolate anion is important in carbonyl chemistry, in large part because it is a strong nucleophile. It is a strong nucleophile. Normally, the keto-enol tautomerism is chemical equilibrium is highly thermodynamically driven. And at room temperature, the equilibrium heavily favors the formation of the keto form. A classic example for favoring the keto form can be seen in the equilibrium between the vinyl alcohol and acetaldehyde, and its equilibrium constant is 3 into 10 to the power of 7. And here you can observe, it is reported that in the case of vinyl alcohol, formation of a stabilized enol form can be accomplished by controlling the water concentration in the system and utilizing the kinetic favorability of the deuterium produced kinetic isotopic effect. And here the equilibrium constant is going to be the 4.7, whereas here water to deuterium it is going to be the 12. Deuterium stabilization can be accomplished through hydrolysis of ketones precursor in the presence of a straight stoichiometric excess heavy water. Studies shows that tautomerization process is significantly inhibited at ambient temperature, that is at 24 of 6, and the half-life of the enol form can easily be increased to T of is 42 minutes for first order kinetic hydrolysis. Now see this one. How does this keto-enol takes place here? This will be changing this one. This is a enol form, this is a keto form. This is what is keto-enol tautomerism. And I hope you understood the three topics of this day. What is that? One is said to be the carbanion, another said to be the acidity of alpha hydrogen, and one more said to be the keto-enol tautomerism. With this, we can conclude today's session this session, and I hope this is useful to you. And this I can I can say thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and share for useful for using the students. Okay, thank you one and all. See you in the next session.